everyone, I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of finding a hobby or finding something that brings you joy with no purpose. So we all have a lot of things that we do that we like, but that we maybe feel like we have to do. So the difference to me between something that is an obligation that we enjoy and something that's a hobby is the hobby has no time frame. There's no one telling you, I need to finish this by this time. There's no deadline. You're not doing it for any purpose other than your enjoyment. Maybe it's going to bring other people enjoyment too, but the main purpose is because you like to do it. Now, why is that important? We spend most of our life and most of our time doing things that we have to do, obligations, and a lot of them are great. We have to take care of our house. We have to take care of our kids. We have to, many of us work. We have to make sure that things get finished on time. We have to make sure that we are regularly taking care of ourselves, going to the doctor, moving our body. These are things that some people don't do, but realistically overall we have to do. Then there's hobbies. Those are the things that help us get into a flow state, or the moments where you just feel like you are timeless. You're moving through life, you're enjoying yourself, you're enjoying your time. Now those are really important because they're breaks. They're little time in our life and in our day and in our week, in our month, in our year, where we are just spending time with ourselves, and that really helps with the burnout. So when people get burnt out, I feel like they are just living in a space where they are constantly working on things with a deadline. They're moving from thing to thing to thing to thing, and it's really easy to become someone that is a list checker. It feels good to get things off of our list. It feels good to get those obligations checked off, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're obligations. They have to happen. The hard part comes when you wake up and go to sleep checking things off your list with no breaks during your day. So hobbies provide opportunities for joy breaks, or opportunities throughout your day where you can just spend time with yourself. You can stop, take stock of how things are going, and find peace from the pressure of moving from thing to thing. I spent many years as a chronic list checker, where if it wasn't on my list, it wasn't worth doing. And the trouble with that is eventually you start falling off of your list as well. So having these joy breaks, A, help prevent burnout. B, give you times in your day to stop and take stock and see if you like where your day is going, which prevents you from getting to the end of the day with that dread feeling, especially on Sundays of, oh, I didn't stop, I didn't pause, I mindlessly scrolled, because that's the opposite side. Maybe you're a chronic list checker, or maybe you're a chronic avoider. You spend your time scrolling, you spend your time avoiding obligations. Now that usually happens because you've spent so much of your time needing to just check that you've had no times to stop, take a break, and take a minute to yourself, where all you're focusing on is something like this. So it prevents avoidance, prevents burnout, prevents avoidance as well, where you're doing everything you can to avoid needing to spend time with yourself and needing to get things done off your to-do list. And avoidance stinks because you're not enjoying the time that you're wasting, and you still have all these obligations to do. Number 3, it helps remind us that we are a person. So especially if you're a mom, or if you have a lot on your plate, or if you're a primary caregiver, if you're a guardian, if you're going through a busy season, it's really hard to remember that you are not a robot. You were not put on this earth to get things done, to move from one thing to thing to thing without stopping to smell the roses, so to speak. So it reminds you that you're a human being that deserves time. And not avoidance time where we're doom scrolling, we're doing habits that don't bring us joy, but real quality time. So A, prevents burnout. B, prevents avoidant coping strategies like doom scrolling, like overly consuming alcohol, like taking drugs, like whatever, retail therapy, as some people will say. And it reminds us that we're a person that's worthy of our own time. So those are great reasons to have a hobby and make sure that hobbies become part of your life. Now, how do you find hobbies that you like? I think the best strategy to find hobbies that you like is throwing paint at the wall theory, where you take a bunch of things and you test them out. Is everything going to stick? Are you going to love all of it? Absolutely not. But you're at least going to find a couple of things that you might not have known that you like. So, a great idea, ask your friends what they do for fun. See if they would be willing to teach you, whether it's crocheting or, oh my goodness, the million other things people like to do, playing games, making things, visiting places, photography. Ask your friends what they like to do and then test them out. B, think about things that you used to like to do when you were maybe on your to-do list, or when you did maybe have a little bit more time to yourself to do hobbies, and go back and revisit some of those things. Will all of them be things you still enjoy? No. Will all of them be realistic? No. But at least it's another reservoir of opportunities. And last but not least, if you have went to your friends, you've tried their hobbies and they don't bring you joy, you've went back to hobbies that you've had in the past and you're not enjoying it, my last recommendation would be to sign up for a couple of either virtual or in-person classes for self-development. Why? Because sometimes we don't know what we like because we have fallen out of routine of developing ourselves and we don't really know what interests us anymore. So taking classes or finding classes in your area that help you in some area of your life, whether it be learning about your finances, deepening your spirituality, deepening your faith, learning how to move your body properly, tackling some big problems that you have going on in your life, even a parenting class. Whatever it happens to be, it'll at least point you in the right direction, and it can help you meet new people.